Oh, that's in my mouth now. Hey makeup friends! In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the skincare items that I rely on most heavily. Let's get into this. As always, I want to start off by welcoming you back to my channel, or if you're new here, then hello and welcome. My name is Kara, and on my channel, we like to mix beauty, brains, and the occasional F-bomb. Now, I have received a few requests recently asking me to post what my skincare routine is, and I have to be fully honest, I don't really have one. I'm very lucky with my skin. It is very forgiving of me. It's very laid back and chill for the most part. And so it doesn't really require a ton of fussing. I'm very lucky in that regard. I'm very grateful in that regard, but suffice it to say, I don't have a multi-step routine that I perform every single day in order to maintain my skin. But in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the items that I do use on a daily basis and ones that I reach for occasionally, or A, when the mood strikes, or B, when I remember to, if I'm being fully honest. So before we dive into that though, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background on my skin, particularly if you're new to my channel. I am 41 years old, so I do have more mature skin. I did start doing Botox in July of this year, so I can't really claim much with respect to the forehead and the sides of my eyes here. That's not necessarily natural. That is definitely smoothed out by Botox, but I just want to be upfront about that. What you're seeing on my skin right now is just a daily moisturizer. I do have a little bit of powder concealer under my eyes and along the sides of my nose just to help to correct the dark circles and the redness that I get in this area. I have lip gloss on and a little bit of mascara. That is all that I have going on today, because if we're talking about skin, I want you to be able to see my skin. Granted, there are studio lights going on in here, so it is a little bit artificially manipulated, but as best as I can do, this is me au naturel. So with that out of the way, let's just dive straight into it and let's talk about these items. So I've kind of got them grouped here in terms of function. So let's talk about makeup removal. If you've been around on my channel for a while, these items shouldn't come as a surprise to you, especially this one here. This is the Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm from Pharmacy. This one in specific is the apple scented one. I've used the original one. I love the cherry one if you can get your hands on that. And I know at holiday time they have released a little trio of minis, although I don't have that set. They all smell fantastic as far as I'm concerned. And it just comes in a little pot like this. You just scoop a little bit of it out, and this cuts through makeup like nobody's business. And it doesn't leave my skin with a weird sort of film on it or anything like that. It can make my eyesight just a little bit blurry, so then I use my makeup eraser and wipe everything away, and that situation is resolved. But if I just try to splash it away with water, it will coat the lashes so that there's a little bit of haziness in my vision, so it doesn't hurt. I just want you to be aware of that. Definitely use a face cloth or a makeup eraser type thing in order to make sure that this is fully off. So this one I rely on the most in terms of removing my makeup. I used to rely very heavily on wipes. This has taken the place of wipes, and this leaves my skin feeling much better than wipes do. Wipes can irritate my skin, and especially around my eyes, it starts feeling burning. And that's just not a pleasant sensation. I do use wipes, and in specific the Kirkland wipes, when I'm filming, when I'm doing a lot of swatching, things of that sort, where I just want a quick cleanup, I'll rely on wipes. But in terms of actually removing my makeup, this is the one that I reach for. Now, as well, I have these two guys. So this one is the Bioderma Micellar Water, and then this one here is from Neutrogena, and it's the oil-free eye makeup remover. So when I typically use this is if I'm just removing my eye makeup, but I don't want to wash off the entire face of makeup, I will use this. This one is for quick cleanups, and this just lives here in my filming room, so I can dip a cotton swab into it or a cotton pad and do quick cleanups around the eyes, things of that sort. If I've just swatched one thing, that's what I'll use instead of wasting a wipe. So that's the function of that. This one I like to use in the morning for any leftover mascara or anything that has not been washed away entirely by this, that has sort of come loose over the night as I've been sleeping. I'll just put a little bit of this on a cotton pad, wipe it, and away I go. go. So that's what I use that for, or for removing like liquid lipsticks, things of that sort. So those are the items that I rely on for actually taking off the makeup. For actually washing my face, even after I've gone in with the balm here, I use this one here from the Inkey List. This is the Salicylic Acid Cleanser. And I just find that it removes everything else from my skin, leaves my skin feeling very clean. Again, there's no film on it. It doesn't irritate my skin. I can't tell you what salicylic acid does, but I can tell you I like the cleanser and I like the price point on it. So there's the selling points for me. Next, on days that I remember, I'll use a toner. Although apparently this one is for nighttime and I'm only just realizing that now. So, whoops, I can't tell you what a toner is meant to do. I honestly don't know. So I don't feel compelled to do it every single day, but somehow I found myself on the Good Molecules PR list. They sent this to me. I've been using it. I enjoy it. It's the Glycolic Exfoliating Toner. Now, let's back it up. I just said that I enjoy it. I don't really know that it does anything. I don't know what it does. I truly don't. I enjoy it from the perspective that it doesn't hurt my skin and I feel like I'm doing something that I'm supposed to do. And I think that's part of my problem with skincare in general, is that I feel like it's supposed to be more complicated than it actually is, or at least more complicated than my approach to it is. I do watch some skincare content from time to time. I'm not a religious watcher of it, that's for sure. But it seems all very complicated. Like between knowing about the different ingredients and the different steps and what goes on first and what goes next and when you should do this and if it should be in the morning or night or weekly or daily and blah, it's altogether too overwhelming and I don't have the brain space to memorize all of that kind of crap. I really truly don't. So when I use it, I enjoy it, but I honestly can't sit here and say that you absolutely need this product in your life because I don't really know what it does. So I'm just being completely honest. At the end of the day, this video might be completely useless to anybody, but you guys have asked for it, so here it is. Here it is. Okay, next, serum. So this one here is from, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sulwhasoo, I think. It's the First Care Activating Serum. And the reason that I picked this up, I picked it up in a set, and there's another product from Sulwhasoo, that's what we're going to call them. I apologize if I'm butchering it. There, you can read it for yourself and see if you can do better than me. I don't know. Anyways, I got a sample of this and I really liked how soft it made my skin feel and how hydrated it made it feel, even just at the serum stage, and that's why I picked this one up. It does, on its own, have a very hefty price tag, and I'm not convinced that I need to spend that kind of money for it. The amount that I paid for like the entire set of products is basically the same as for like just this. So I felt like I was getting a great deal, but once I get through this, I don't know that I'm going to replace it, like repurchase this product in specific. I think I will go for another serum, but one at a much lower price point. If I'm recalling correctly, this is in the neighborhood of like $100 Canadian for a bottle. That's a lot to spend on something that I don't feel I absolutely need. So I really enjoyed this one, but once it's done, it's likely to be done unless they come out with another one of these sets that has really great value to it, simply because I don't think that I need to spend that kind of money on a serum. So that is the serum I've been using, and then for daily moisturizing, there is this product here, also from Sulwhasoo. This is the Essential Firming Cream. I will say if you don't like scent or fragrance in your skincare, you won't like this. It's a very light scent, verging on like a citrusy kind of smell, although not quite as sharp as that. It just smells very clean and fresh. I really enjoy it. Don't really like having to dig into the jar, if I'm being perfectly honest. I much prefer like a squeeze tube, but it does come with like a little spatula, although I just use my nail. The spatula is long gone. I live with children. Everything's long gone, including the other items that came in this set because they formed part of a potion that my 4-year-old made, along with like a $70 skin oil. But anyways, that's beside the point. This one, I do find that it does produce a lot of nice hydration in my skin. I don't have to touch it up throughout the day. It still feels moisturized and happy by the end of the day. It's very lightweight, it's not greasy, it sinks in really quickly. And so I really do like this daily skin cream, but again, it has a very elevated price point, and I just don't know that I need to be spending that kind of money on just a moisturizer. I feel like there are some very effective moisturizers out there that have a much lower price point, and that's more where my interest lies rather than replacing this one. Now, because I do wear makeup pretty much every single day, I do wash my face at night before I go to bed, and then I go in with a nighttime cream. And the one that I've been using for, I think this is my second winter with this particular jar here, is from Kiehl's. This is the Ultra Facial Overnight Hydrating Mask. Now, I will say, if you have extremely dry skin, I think you're gonna love this, to be honest. It is very hydrating, and it's pretty much overkill for what I need. I just use a very small amount. Having said that, I have it, so I'm going to continue using it, and I am going to finish it. But when it comes time to purchasing a nighttime cream, this isn't the one that I'm going to purchase because, like I said, it's just too much for me. But if you do have very dry skin, I think you would love this. Now, I'm not entirely convinced over eye creams. I don't know if they're strictly speaking necessary. So I do have two that I use, but I don't use them all the time. So this one in particular, this is the one that lives in my bathroom with all the rest of these products. This is the Retinol Eye Cream from the Inkey List. It says that it helps reduce visible signs of aging around the eyes. Now, again, I don't use it daily, so I really can't speak to that. But I'm just not convinced that an eye cream is necessary. I don't know. I'd love to hear from you on what your thoughts are on that, so let me know in the comments. But I just take my actual face cream up, and I'm just very careful to like sort of pat it around the eyes, and I also moisturize along the lids and this area up here, because when I do get dry patches, it's either on the end of my nose or I get them like right up in here. So I just make sure that I moisturize the entire eye area, but I'm very gentle about it. When I think to do an eye cream, this is the one that I use. And then this is the one that lives down here with my makeup. And this one is from Innisfree. It's the Intensive Hydrating Eye Roll-On with green tea seed. And it's got just a little cooling little rollerball thing. And I use this more so for concealer prep than I do as skincare. Like, it's a skincare item, but that's not really the function that I'm looking to it for. English. I use it more so that there's just a little bit of extra hydration under my eyes before I go in with concealer. Again, I don't use it every day, but I use it more often than I use the one from the Inkey List. Now, one thing I do use daily, religiously, without fail, is lip balm. I always apply some before I go to bed. If I don't, I do get very dry lips. I do like experience cracking when I'm smiling or yawning, things like that. So I use lip balm every night. The one I'm currently wearing is from Laneige. This one, I don't even remember what it's called. The Lip Treatment Balm, but that's only because this one's down here and I forgot to bring my bedside one down. I got all the stuff from the bathroom and forgot about the bedroom. But I use the Laneige Nighttime Sleeping Mask overnight, and I find that that is a great one to use. Although, if you want to save yourself quite a bit of coin, just use Vaseline. Vaseline works just as well. I have had it's like a coconut or cocoa butter. I think it's cocoa butter before. And you can buy like the little tube of it for about $5 or so, maybe even less. And I find that that lasts me like 5 to 6 months. And so when I'm done with the Laneige ones that I have, as much as I like them, I'm just gonna switch over to Vaseline because again, it's like a $25 price difference and it works every bit as well. So now I do have some skin masks that I use, but there is absolutely no rhyme or reason as to when I use them. I don't have any sort of like Tuesday's masking day. Like, I don't operate on that kind of level of organization. I just truly don't. So things like this here from Skin Iceland, these are their Hydrocool Firming Eye Gels, just the little like sheet masks basically that go under the eyes. I'll apply these when I'm sitting down here just like swatching stuff or planning out videos or just puttering around in here. and I don't use them all the time. Like, it's just generally if I'm thinking about it and if I already have my makeup removed for the day, I might slap a pair of them on, but I can't even say that it's weekly, to be honest. Likewise, I do have like 3 other masks that I use a bit more frequently. So for one, I've got this guy here from Dior. This is the Dream Skin 1 minute mask. And what I love about this is just how quick it is. I don't have to sit and let it dry, peel it off, all that kind of thing. I can just apply it, brush my teeth, and then wash it off. So this one does get the most use from me, but again, even at that, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, there it is. And again, I don't notice any like amazing life-changing results from it. It does leave my skin feeling soft, so I do continue to use it. Also, it was like $60, so I'm going to use every last drop of it. But it's hard. So it's hard for me to sit here and talk about skincare and be like, you absolutely need this because, and I've said this before, because my skin is not particularly problematic in any given area, I find it hard to really notice when something's working extremely well or extremely poorly. The only time I can really tell if something's working extremely poorly is if it breaks me out, and it's very rare that that happens. Drunk Elephant and I do not get along. I have used a few of their products and they lead to like all these little bumps all across my forehead and along the sides of my nose, so I don't F with Drunk Elephant. I don't know what is in their formulation that my skin does not like, because it likes pretty much everything else. Like, you could put spackle on my face and my skin would be like, okay, that's what we're doing today. But Drunk Elephant and I just don't get along. This one, I enjoy it. I can't sit here and say that you absolutely need this in your life or that it's worth every penny. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Okay, but there are 2 that do have a noticeable difference to my skin. So I've talked about this one before. This is from Gleeman, and this is the Vitamin C Clay Mask. And it looks a little, oh God, how do people function with nails? I put these fake nails on, now I can't open them. I can't open the package. Son of a... Oh, that's in my mouth now. Well, that was highly unpleasant, because really I was going to say how much I don't like the smell, but I don't like the taste even more. Awesome. Yeah, don't love the smell of it, but it's not like so off-putting that I won't use it. I really actually like this mask, and I do find that it leaves my skin very glowy. Not oily, not greasy, it just, whatever is in here, the vitamin C, whatever it is, I don't know, but my skin freaking loves it, and it just radiates. Like, it looks like I've drinking? Well, I am doing awesome today. It looks like I've drank all the water and then some. Like, I just look so healthy. Love this because it really does have a noticeable impact on my skin. Likewise, this guy over here. This is from I Do Care. It's the Sugar Kitten Hydrating Rose Water Peel Off Mask. This one does take a little bit of time. It takes about 15 or so minutes for it to dry down before I can peel it off. But first of all, it smells amazing. I love the smell of this. I had a perfume from the boyfriend before Barry, Ralph Lauren's something or other. Like, it was in like a little blue plastic bottle. I mean, we're going back 20 years here. I don't even know if they still make it. And I think it was just called like Polo or something like that. I can't remember, but this reminds me of that. So if you don't like fragrance, you're not going to like this because it's very much an artificial smell, but it's one that I love. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes, you can apply it, very thin layer. It peels off pretty well. Certainly not the worst peel off mask that I've encountered, but it's also really easy to just go in and wash off after. And it leaves my skin feeling so soft and so hydrated. I used it today. Oh, I just stabbed myself. I'm not used to these nails. And it just, yeah, like my skin just feels like it's had a drink of water. And I love this mask. So those are the masks that I rely on. And then finally, SPF. So I have a very hard time finding a sunscreen that my skin doesn't freak the hell out over. And when I mean freak out, like, I mean, it can look like I have sandpaper skin, or it can look like literal chemical burns. Not so much anymore. I'm finding that that was more so 15-ish years ago, whatever. They came out with like a Parsol and then it had a number. Parsol 68 or Parsol 360, I can't remember what the numbers were. Whatever that Parsol product was, holy crap, I would like just swatch test sunscreens, and then I would have like a red mark that was itchy and hot. It was awful. So I'm glad that that is gone. But even when I rely on mineral SPFs, I get like sandpaper skin, and it lasts for like 2 weeks. It's horrible. And it can, again, leave me very itchy. So there is definitely something that I'm allergic to in there. So I've been on the hunt for one that does not do that to me. And I finally found it. And it's from Coola. And this is the Sport Classic Sunscreen with SPF 50. This stuff, I can wear it every single day. And my skin's just like, yep, okay, we're happy with this. And it acts almost like a moisturizer. And I also find like if I wear it and I go running, or if I'm out at the beach and I'm hot and sweaty, it's not like burning my eyes or doing anything of that sort. I find that it is very effective at protecting me from the sun. So this is the one that I will continue to keep purchasing, even though it does have a heftier price tag, but I'm willing to pay that price to have sun protection that doesn't kill my skin in the meantime. Now, if I'm going to be perfectly transparent with you, I don't wear it every day. I just don't remember to wear SPF every single day. Frankly, some mornings I don't even apply my daily moisturizer, so it is what it is. I do make a concerted effort to use it if I'm going to be taking the kids to the park, to the beach, if we're camping, if we're on vacation, if I'm going running. Any time where I know I'm going to be spending an extended amount of time outside, I will apply sunscreen. But I haven't incorporated it into a daily routine because I haven't incorporated anything into a daily routine when it comes to skincare. So just want to be honest with you on that one. So there you have it, guys. Those are the items that form my skincare arsenal. I don't know if this video was particularly helpful from a recommendation standpoint, but I just wanted to be on here and be as honest and open with you about what I do to my skin, for my skin, all of that kind of thing. And it's really not that complicated for me. I'm very lucky. My skin doesn't need a lot of intervention or assistance. So I'm coming at this from a different perspective than somebody who does have a lot of skin concerns, but this is what I use. Some of it I think is overpriced for what it is. Some of it I really love. So I just wanted to share all that with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Your thoughts on eye creams and whether or not they're really just a gimmick, or if they are essential. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But also, what are some of your favorite skincare items? What kind of routine do you have? Do you have like every day is a different task that you do? Like, I'm just curious about it. Just because I don't have a set routine, I love hearing other people's just to like see what everybody else does. I only know what I do. So let me know down below. But other than that, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.